I mean, it just speaks to the locker room we have. I mean, Yush, that guy, I feel for him. I when I came in here, I was told that he was going to be a guy that was going to be up and down, and things just didn't go his way. And he's been battling for us all year. And then to come into the game tonight and play the way he did, I mean, he's just an ultimate competitor. I mean, I think that's most of those guys in the locker room, I think, just turned it around tonight. And it's absolutely amazing to see. It was so fun to be a part of. And it just, as a simple defenseman, it makes my job so easy when all those guys are working so hard. You can chip a puck and those guys are beating them up the ice to get pucks. I mean, it's just a fun game to be a part of.
You know, you mentioned being able to play your game simply
Yep.
on defense. Obviously, no secret, Will McKinnon and Colin Felix reunited again.
Yeah.
That's got to be.
Absolutely. I mean, those two, when I first got here, were absolutely electric together. They're a top D pairing, and to have them back and to know that McKinnon, I had already heard of how badly he wants to be here for this playoff run. I mean, we're just so excited. This is what we play for all year, and it's here now. And I mean, things are quite exciting in that locker room for us.
You know, adrenaline was running for you at the end of the game.
Yep.
But, you know, obviously you couldn't say anything to the fans after the game, but, you know, the scrum you had going off the ice, the pump up, the hand raise, the high fives to the tunnel, that was kind of like, thank you for showing up after our performance up front.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so cool to have these fans every night. And then after our performance on Friday, where we didn't quite have it, and then they're right back here on Sunday, and they are loud as ever. I mean, it's so cool to be a part of. It's awesome. I mean, to have that support every game now, it's incredible, and I can't thank the fans enough.
You talked on Friday about the lack of physicality.
Yep.
There was plenty of that tonight.
Yep.
Do you think that kind of helped you guys play that kind of DK hockey?
What? 100%. That's our style. I mean, we like to be physical. We like to get in on the forecheck. And as soon as I got here, I think I might have mentioned this earlier. My dad called me because he watched games before I showed up, and he was like, "Holy man, their offensive pressure is insane. They pressure the puck so hard, and they're so hard to play against." And that's just, I think, the identity that Pete's created is hard to play against, and we're extremely skilled. I mean, you look at those guys out there. There's talent in every guy, and to have talented guys also be willing to play that physical game, it's awesome to see.
You talk about talent. Obviously roster stacked. Going to a 3-3, you've got Poulter. Obviously, you have a 1-8 Britter.
Yep.
You have a guy like Alex Young, who Max mentioned should have gotten scratched, but guys came in, he got scratched. How big is having this depth? With Ngars, coming up, having that 3-3, being able to maybe give a guy a night off if he needs it.
Yeah, it's any one of those guys any night can fit perfectly into the lineup and be a game changer for us. I would not want to be Pete having to make those decisions. I mean, that's a very tough choice to make every single night. Yeah.
You guys, we talked about it. Last game was gritty.
Yep.
This one, a gritty win.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this team performance to come out. As Shane said, score first, really being big for the crowd to get into it. Talk about this really gritty win in this group.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the last game, it kind of felt off. It didn't really feel like a playoff game for us. It kind of felt like we were dipping our toe into the water, not fully jumping in. And then to come out tonight, we knew what we had to do. Our plan was there right from the beginning, and then right from the start, we wanted to get on and impose our will right from the start. I mean, that's going to be the style we have to play the rest of the playoffs, and that's going to be the style that will ultimately lead to our success.
You've been a big part of the penalty kill as well. Perfect today for this
Yeah.
group. Talk about that, and you guys just putting your body on the line to block pucks, and
Yeah.
really Poulter doing a great job as well.
Yeah, I mean, your penalty kill's only as good as your goalie usually too. So Poulter was huge for us tonight. I mean, he is extremely talented, and like you said, 1B with Brodeur back there too, and even the guys the other guys we have. Our goaltending is absolutely amazing, and then the penalty kill is just willingness, right? Bergie tells us what we have to do. We got all the details, and it's just up to us to go out there and do what we have to do to keep the puck out of the back of the net. I mean, that's something that I've always taken a lot of pride in, and that's something. I'm never going to be a power play guy. I know that. I haven't been my whole life, so PK is my bread and butter, and whenever I do get the chance to go out there, I want to do everything I can to help my team succeed.
You know, you're talking about Virgin, a guy who's kind of behind the scenes. You don't really get to hear him.
Yeah.
How big has he been to the team's success this year?
I mean, I can't say enough good things about the coaching staff. Since I've gotten here, I mean, they've been absolutely unbelievable. They've helped my game a ton. Bergie's just one of those guys that, they're both so positive. Like, some games I'll struggle with the puck. First period, I had a little bit of, I was just quite a little iffy with the puck, and I made a couple mistakes, and just going right back to the bench instead of having a coach harp on you and make it harder. Sometimes guys' confidence will go down, but Bergie's just like, hey, forget about it. Keep going out there, playing your game. It'll come. And for him to have that confidence in me, it's absolutely amazing, and it helps me play at my highest level.
You know, a barn that you're haven't played well in the regular season is the Cross Insurance Arena. Obviously, Ian MacArthur and everyone, even yourself included, will say the regular season was the regular season, and you end up playing a lot of the guys in the North Division a lot more than usually would in other divisions. Obviously, something you're not going to think about, but with 3 games up there, the different format, 2-3-2, what is your message going to be to that group, to those guys, to that group, when you're on the bus and you get settled in, and you know, obviously, it's not going to be you drive up there and you play on the ice the same day. You're going to have some downtime.
Yeah, absolutely. We got the week here to regroup and get back at it. But like I said before, I think this group, it's big for us to take it day by day. We're going to start back, I think, Tuesday, get back on the ice, work on the things we need to work on, and just keep progressing. And then once Friday comes, hop back on the ice and take it one shift at a time.
You know, you mentioned also too, kind of your dad texting you about this team and about, you know, the depth they have. But when you take a look, when you went into that locker room today and saw that a guy like Andre Gontus and Yushiro Murano are extra forwards, obviously the lineup sheet's the lineup sheet, it really doesn't mean much. But when you take a look at that depth, then you have McKinnon and Philip Garis coming down to join you guys for Game 3 on Friday. You just kind of go like, holy Jonah, this is absolutely bad.
Yeah, like I said too, I would not want to be Pete and Bergie having to make decisions. I mean, it's tough because, I mean, every single guy is going to go into the game and make a difference and work their hardest. So having that depth is huge, especially in the playoffs, because there's going to be injuries. It's a whole new season, and it's definitely a little more physical, which, I mean, we love. Once we're in that physical part of the game, that's what we strive for. We want to play physical, we want to play hard, but having that depth and having a guy being able to hop right in right away and make a difference is huge.
What would your dad's text look like after this type of game?
Just congrats, buddy. On to the next step here. Yeah.
I mean, I think the shot doesn't really matter. It's just the win. Right now, nothing matters other than winning games and trying to advance rounds and eventually win the Kelly Cup for us.
Poulter, you know, we talk about it all year, but you know, next week you guys get a couple guys back. You get a guy like Bergamo and Garis. You know, you guys got Gonfuse back earlier this week. But going to a 3-3, having that kind of depth, and having a guy like Werder as a backup here, how big is that for this team? You know, just moving forward.
I mean, I think we have the team that can make a run here, and we're just taking it one step at a time, one game at a time, and you know, just trying to be as consistent as we can. And you know, I think those guys will be big for us, but I mean, we got the job done with the guys we have tonight. So I think no matter who we have on the ice, we're going to put a good product out there.
How nice is it for you to see? You know, a bunch of these guys came in this year from college. You got like Mac Welsher, 2 assists tonight, Alex Young, Ron Conroy. How nice is it to see these guys come in end of the year and crack this playoff roster, contributing right away?
I mean, they're good hockey players, all of them. So I think, you know, they're just continuing on from what they did in college and doing their best. And, you know, obviously everyone's bought in on the team, and they've been a rated part of that since they got here. So it's great.
You know, Coach talked about your mindset. You were here first day, we got that ECHL, everybody has a different mindset, but you were here and you wanted to be a part of this run. What's it been like, you know, the first couple games, knowing, like you said, looking at the roster, knowing the difference, knowing what you guys have the chance to do here?
I mean, it's just, you know, you play with the cards you're dealt, and you just do your job. No matter where you are, you're present, you have to do what your job is no matter where you are. It doesn't matter, called up, sent down, you know, traded. if you want to be a pro and you want to play professional hockey for a long time, you need to just do your job, and that's all I've wanted to do since I've been down here is play hockey, win games for my team, and just do the best I can every single day, day in, day out.
Will McKinnon, back with the Thunder. You played with him all year round, even up in the American Hockey League. But from hearing from every single guy that's been on Media Row tonight, it sounds like he is thrilled and pumped up.
I mean, he's just one of those guys who buys into the same thing I just said, just wants to play hockey and do what he has to do, and doesn't care where he is. He just wants to win games and be a factor in those games.
How big was it for you guys to get this win before you head up there?
I mean, we need to win every game, and we want to win every game, so I think this game is kind of just another step in the right direction, but we need to come out next Friday and win that one too.
How big is it for you guys, knowing the loss on Friday, to get a win in front of these fans? We talked about having a sixth man out there. How big is it to get a win in front of this home crowd?
I mean, yeah, we need to win every game, but we wanted to win both at home. We didn't do that. But tonight you could feel it. The fans were behind us no matter what happened. Penalty kill, power play. When the guys are blocking shots, they're getting up, they're clapping, they're yelling. It's a great atmosphere here, so it's fantastic when we win a game, and we want to win every game at home.
Yeah, it was obviously nice to get on the board early and first. That was huge. Obviously, both teams want to score first, but when we can score first in our own building, it's a big deal. Get the fans really into it. Get the crowd on our side. Yeah, I mean, a couple really nice plays on the first one by Welsher. Welsh went through one D-man, and then he went through me, and then past Ash, and then Ash made a really nice play to me, and then I was able to put it upstairs. So, yeah, I mean, I was obviously very pleased to get a couple there and get us going on the right track.
You had the opportunity to play with that line tonight. Just talk about you guys coming together and really putting it all out there to that playoff.
Yeah, I think that's what we did. Like what you said, we really did leave it all out there. We played really hard tonight. We won a lot of battles. We got the puck. We played smart. We didn't have many turnovers. Last game we had way too many turnovers, and we still had a chance to win. So we knew that if we just play smart, we're going to put ourselves in a good position. That's what we did.
How big is this one for you guys, knowing going up to Maine 1-1 instead of down 2-0?
Yeah.
And with going in there with a win, knowing you guys won the last game.
Right. Definitely the series being 2-3-2, it's a little different. Especially having them win the first game, you can't go into their building being down 2. So it was a huge win. We're feeling good about ourselves. We played the right way, which is how we need to play the rest of the games, and we have a very good opportunity to keep being successful.
All year, the goals have been fantastic. Now it's all 4 goals in that locker room. We've had a shutout this year. Poulter with a solid game on Friday night, and then tonight he puts the shutout. That's going to be huge for you guys, having a guy like him. And even a guy like Poulter backing him up,
right,
knowing that he's going to start next weekend.
Right, yeah, exactly. Being able, I mean, like you said, we have 4 goalies in that locker room. The guys who we practice on, they're all so good. And then having a 3-3 next week, not what you expect in playoffs, but being able to rely on Broder being your backup, he's not really a backup, you know what I mean? So it's 1A, 1B. So that's huge for us and very important and a big part of our team. And I'm super excited for Poulter that he gets a playoff shutout.
Obviously when you score 2 goals, protein shakes after a game are optional. But you take a look at this game going to Maine, a tough building for you guys to play at during the regular season. Obviously, that when regular season ends, the postseason begins, it's a whole new season.
Yeah.
But what was the message from Harper on Saturday to really kind of flip your game 180, because it really wasn't the result you were looking for on Friday?
Yeah. The Friday game, it's always hard to tell after you play a game, knowing what just happened. But looking at it the next day, we had too many turnovers. We had uncharacteristically more turnovers than we're used to having. I would chalk maybe the first period up to nerves, but then after that, since we were behind the 8 ball, maybe we were trying to press a little bit too much. We only lost by a goal, so it's not. I don't think we should have pressed so much, and we just stick to our game. Like tonight we were good in the neutral zone. we got the puck in their zone when we needed to, and we got on the forecheck hard. We skated really well, and I mean that's why we put ourselves in that position, and we were able to play pretty good defense again.
You know, obviously, the guys mentioned over here, goaltending and having the success that it is. But for you, having gone up to the NHL, Poulter was there backing up, been on the cusp. When you see the type of commitment that he has in that room, even when he came down, you know, you see it on the ice. He's snapping his stick every single good play that you guys make. That's fantastic. What does that say about him?
Yeah, he has. I mean, ever since I met him from last year, he's had just a great attitude. I mean, he was on he started on an AHL deal last year, works his way up, gets an NHL deal this year. Like you said, that just proves that he got rewarded for his great work ethic, and he always has a positive attitude. He's always got a smile on his face. And just, you know, obviously he's in the NHL a couple times this year, backing up, and then comes all the way down to the ECHL, but he didn't have a bad attitude, and he knows, like, might as well. He's still young, might as well come down here and try to make a run. So I think he's having fun with it.
Felix, a guy that has gone deep in the playoffs before. Same thing with Will McKinnon as well. The pairing plus 40 with Redding a year ago. Now the two will be reunited. You know, that's got to feel good, especially with the commitment from the AHL guys that are coming down to help you out on your run.
Yeah. Those Felix and McKinnon are, I don't want to be too, they're our staple. I mean, they're our backbone for sure. We haven't had McKinnon in a while, but I mean, the way those two guys played at the beginning of the year, I don't want to rely on them too much, but I mean, when they're out there, they're animals, and they play so hard, and they play the right way, and that's why I think they both got rewarded this year up in the AHL, and I was really happy for both of them, and we're lucky that we're gonna have them both here.
Message going into Friday is just play 80K hockey?
Yeah, exactly. Play the same way. Limit the turnovers, get into their zone, get on the forecheck, and get to the net.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I was really pumped when I got slotted in with them. They're both really good players. I mean, Ash drives the pace of our team every night, and Harps he's got an unbelievable career, and he's still going right now, and he's one of the best players on our team. And I just try to get those guys the puck as much as possible, and hopefully they can do the same for me. And I thought we had a good chemistry tonight, so it's good.
Super cool, too, for you. First two pro professional playoff points. I mean, obviously something you don't necessarily look at during the postseason, but it's nice to, you know, contribute past the regular season. 8 points in 15 pro games feels pretty good.
Yeah, no, it definitely does feel good. I just wanted to make an impact. I mean, the regular season's over, and I knew that my game was going to have to change a little bit. Still, some of my tendencies are still there. I like to slow down the play a little bit and speed it up at times, but it's just a lot tighter game, and I'm just happy to make an impact any way I can to help our team win, and I was really happy the way we responded tonight.
You know, you take a look at Friday, it was kind of like a game. The first goal was a wacky one on power play. The second goal was really a give me off of a missed play there. It almost felt like you guys were playing where, you know, you took the last cookie and Mom was going to catch it. What was kind of the different message from people on Saturday to go out and go up to Maine and 1-1?
Yeah, no, the message has been pretty much the same. We just want to play our game, play 80K hockey. There wasn't a whole lot of maybe there was frustration after we lost game one, but I mean, I felt like everyone was still pretty composed. But the message generally didn't really change. We knew that we did a lot of good stuff. Puck didn't go in for us. We limited their grade A's. But overall, I thought that we came out ready to go from the jump tonight. So
You have the opportunity to play with a veteran like Harper. You know, is there anything that you kind of learned from him? You know, an illustrious career in the ECHL, AHL, even the NHL. Is there anything you've learned from him?
I love watching him play. He does so many things right and well out there, and I mean, I love talking on the bench, and I try to talk to him as much as possible. We were going over a lot of different situations. I just like, short and simple. I love talking to him, just to see like how he sees the game. in any way I can. Same with Ash. Just they're such high-end players, so I just like talking to them and taking tidbits from whatever they tell me, whatever they see. So it's been good.
You know, a lot of young guys on this roster, yourself, Ryan Conroy, Alex Young. What's been the message to all the young guys who basically came out of college and cracked the playoff roster? You know, just the momentum that you guys have had.
Yeah, no, I think that all of us just came in and none of us were tentative. We all just wanted to come in with confidence and play our game that got us here. Like we have to trust the game that got us to this level, and you can't play tentative. You can't play without confidence, or else you're going to get swallowed up and spit out pretty quickly. So, just trying to play fast and play smart and play confident. I think that we all have done that. All the young guys.